Hello, everyone, and welcome to another stream here with Zero Camp. This is your host, Andrew, this evening. Greg is taking the week off. Just welcome. We're going to have some good times tonight. We've got two players, both folks that have been on stream before. On your left, we've got Will with his Shadowflame Shard, who's playing some Khymaera. On the right, we've got Matt, who is playing his Necrofactorium as Cryx. Looking forward to this murder all happening. Just before we get started, I do want to say a big thank you to Enchanted Grounds here in Littleton, Colorado for allowing us a place to play as well as to stream. As always, they're super awesome. If you ever find yourself down in the southwest corner of Denver or the Denver area on a Wednesday evening, come play some Warmachine. Warmachine typically starts about 5:30, and the stream starts 6:30. You too can play on stream. Have a good time. So without further ado, both of our players have started by deploying. They rolled for Payload. Matt, the player on the right, won the roll-off and decided to go first. So I will unmute you both. Gentlemen, if you could talk about the terrain on the table, please.
Rude.
Okay.
Yeah, the terrain is, we have a big fat trench here. Because these are bigger than normal trenches. You're only in the trench if you're in it, not on this grassy part. We have some water, we have quicksand, and that is where my flag is. We have some scattered terrain here, obstacles with a hill, two forests in the middle, a acid bath,
Ooh.
double walls. This is my 50 and my 40. Got a large obstruction over there. We have a flooded crater, so it's a crater with shallow water. It means nothing for both of our armies that it has water in it, but for trolls it could be fun. You might not be able to see, but there's also some scattered terrain around his models, his AD models there.
Yeah, these shields.
And then we have rubble, that's what that template is, and two more obstructions over there where his 50 is hiding. And Payload looks fairly balanced on this one, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, both of our flag objectives ended up being still kind of relatively close to our opponent's 50s.
Within about an inch. So
yeah.
So we have quicksand on your side, Matt. You said that that's where your flag is?
Yep.
And then Will, for your flag, it's the flooded crater?
It's in a
Yeah, it's in this
crater.
waterlogged crater.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for covering those, gentlemen. Now, just before we get going, again, Matt, because you're going first, would you mind just telling us what you brought today? The army?
I brought Cryx Necrofactorium, led by Lich Lord Dekathus, who is right here. And he is a very deep caster that I'm enjoying greatly. And with him, he has a 5-jack battle group, including Grendel, 2 malefactors, both outfitted with soul-claiming heads, spikers, and doom or hell, whatever they are, hell drivers. We have a raptor over here with the spiky bitey head and a light spiker, and a raptor over here with the doom spitter that gives eye of sight and an arc node. We have 2 Iron Lich commanders, best solo in the game, or in this faction at least, hands down. 2 units of Necrosurgeon Initiates, a unit of Sludge Thralls, a unit of Night Terrors, and then the Furies.
Excellent. What command cards and spells did you rack?
I racked Carnage and Death Ward because Death 13 is a little sad, Death 14 is very sad. Dekathus doesn't want to miss melee hits, so Carnage is good. Death Ward because I'll spread out as blessed. I've got a lot of targets for Death Ward. I usually would bring Occultation, but I'm playing into Khymaera, so...
Yep, they just do not care for the most
Right,
part.
but Defense through Massive Stealth is fun to throw stealth on, like either the Furies or the Necrosurgeoners or the Slud Thralls or whatever. Not the Night Terrors. I have Careful Reconnaissance, Duck and Cover, Hit and Run, Lucky Penny, and Old Faithful.
Excellent. Thanks for covering all that. So we'll move on to Will, our Shadowflame Shard player. Will, what did you bring today?
Today I brought Shyryss. I slightly tweaked my 5 heavy list down to 4 heavies. I have, going from my right down, is a Drakyon, a Vipex that has Huntress Mark, the Channeler Head, and the Impalers, as well as 2 units of Quick Fang Stalkers, 2 Paragons, a Shadowmancer Scion, Shyryss herself. I'm going to see if Nissak performs this game. I've got Skylla, a Spinner, Bellighul hiding behind the wing of the Wyvern here, and a normal unit of Wormspine Shadowmancers. I brought Blessing, Hit and Run, Lucky Penny, Put the Fires Out, and Sapper.
And what did you rack for spells?
And to counteract Carnage, I racked Execration of Blackest Night, I racked Silence of Death, and I racked Veil of Mists.
Extra rude. I love all of it.
Yeah. Veil of Mists is pretty good.
Well,
Especially
awesome.
against an army that doesn't have a lot of guidance.
It's a spell.
And or Eyeless Sight.
Right.
Hey,
You got one gun with Eyeless
And
Sight,
you've
right?
got-
The Doom Spitter?
You've also
Yeah.
got 2 beasts that may want to move through
it's
some
the only
triggers
source
at
in the
penalty,
whole army.
Okay.
Well, excellent. I want to say thank you both again for playing on stream this evening. Whenever you'd like to get started, that clock is waiting up there for you to go
All
ahead
right.
and begin the murder.
Yep. All good to go.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and start with Big Bad Dekathus is going to activate. He's going to spend 3 focus for Shadowmancer, and then 2 focus for Death Ward. And we're going to throw Death Ward onto Grendel. I'm changing it up.
Coward.
And then we're going to run because
Wow.
I don't care about your threats this turn.
That's what
Pretty
he
reasonable.
thinks.
So I will be up here with Shadowmancer camping 2. Grendel. Does Grendel want to run? You can't see through the forest, right?
And I quote from about 30 seconds ago, I do
only
not
Nissak can see through forests.
I do not care about your threat ranges turn 1.
I don't.
No. Why would
Okay.
he? I can't charge him
So
yet.
just run Grendel, why not?
It's fine. So Grendel's going to run up there
Okay.
and laugh and maybe die. We'll see. This Malefactor is going to run. He can only go 9 inches because of nasty terrain.
That quicksand, stopping you from having Pathfinder if you have it. Not that Cryx Jacks have
This
it.
little guy will just run. And then what is her range?
She walks 7, jumps 5, and then shoots 8.
12, 20?
To correct myself, the Cryx
Oh, she
Malefactor
can't see
chassis
herself.
don't.
Can you guidance her?
You should be able to. Your
Friendly model.
No reason
Oh
to
yeah, no
take
reason. at
free
all.
hits.
I agree.
Okay,
Or do, I don't know.
that's fine. It's the prey I don't want to deal with. This little guy's going to run, and he's going to hide in this right here.
So just take advice from the guy who was part of the problem for Wintercore not winning on stream. Just, that's good.
There.
What?
It's my fault Wintercore wasn't winning on stream for a long time.
It's true.
We're just going to be real.
Okay. Oh, these guys are supposed to apparate.
Apparating past your control phase?
I know.
yeah, okay.
Just put an asterisk on this game.
I'll put it
What's
in my
the
game notes.
range of Skylla's gun?
She walks 6, shoots 10.
Okay.
Ooh.
Gonna move here.
Chad is asking about no Chatterbane in your list, Matt. No Chatterbane.
Chatterbane's useless if you don't have Hades, in my opinion.
I wholeheartly disagree, but Hades really likes the mileage Chatterbane gives him with ancillary attack.
The 4-point solo slot for Cryx is so very tight, and I run 2 Iron Liches, and everyone says that's bad too, so whatever. But I
You
don't
have
think
to say that, Mr. Cryx player.
I don't think Chatterbane brings enough value if you don't have Hades. With Hades, he's almost an auto-include.
I
He's
don't.
just the extra 4. He's 4 points?
It's 4 points.
4 points that you tack onto
Same,
Hades?
same as one. Yeah, it's a 20-point package for him, right?
Yeah. I feel that way too.
I personally, as someone who's played exactly 0 games with my Cryx.
Yes, I value your opinion because of that.
Exactly. Remember, I'm the one with the microphone over here too.
Right.
Now, the Iron Lich commanders are really cool.
Did they
I
just walk
didn't
and
understand.
No, they
why
just
they
ran.
won, so.
Oh, the cab just walked a replay. Yes. That's why they're all kind of
Yeah, that's what I figured.
idiots are just running. Sludge thralls. I think I just have to bite the rough terrain.
Okay. You can't shoot that guy.
Not having Chatterbane in every list, though, means he's not a crutch. So you can just use him in the games with Hades and be bad at the game. It's okay, Matt.
And hey, I'm probably wrong, right?
You might be.
That's fine.
This is the crucible of the internet. Everybody's wrong about everything.
That's how you get more engagement. The more wrong I am, the more engagement you'll get.
That's right.
Me.
Okay. What's Grendel's walking threat?
8.
Does he have Pathfinder?
He does have Pathfinder.
Okay. So if he's speed 7, or he's range 2 inch reach. He's got the clamps.
Look how long they are.
So 8. So that means his trample threat is 11.
Yeah, same as his
The
charge.
one last thing that I care about is trample.
Yeah, because I can trample to your feet.
Yeah, it's just old Rasky,
Yeah.
right?
That's why I put him up front, because I thought these guys are going to be my opportunity hunters. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't have to have them up front to get souls because you didn't bring any because you're not very considerate as a player. So
I'm not very considerate as a faction. So to start, let's see. That does exactly what I thought it would.
that is. You know what? That's my fault. I set the table up. That's my fault.
It's a tiny bit your fault. So they walk 5, right?
They do,
So you could get.
unless you shoot them.
I don't plan on shooting him this turn.
Yeah.
Why not?
Unless I Shadowbind that guy, and then I'd be
I
laughing
can't
all
do
over
anything
the
about
bank.
Shadowbind.
Yeah, no, put out the fires. So
Nope, don't have it. Because I don't care about
So
my
I could
mana
do
much.
that, and then that guy can't shoot. Those guys could maybe hit me with 2 sprays.
Yeah, if I want to throw them away.
I mean, do you?
Depends what I get out of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But against a bunch of Def 13 or 14 stuff, no, I don't.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So really quick, Nissak is just going to walk and jump to here. My Drakyon is going to run. Even though it is outside of 12 of Shyryss, it does have long leash. So it's going to be my babysitter for a little while.
They really call it a different rule for hordes than they
No,
do.
it's extended control range, but it runs a total
But
of
we're old school.
11. So 5 to there.
just a little bit.
5 to here. Just going to situate it to where it has a pretty clear charge path next turn, just in case. You two are going to be the furthest things up. Spray 10 or spray 8?
10s.
10s? Okay.
The tank's on their back, so they're gravity fed. Gets some extra range.
Okay. I mean, again, if you want to throw them away, I think I'm pretty okay with that. My Paragon is going to run and kind of hang out 3 inches away from both of them.
And Warping Winds works on.
Warping Winds
Mercs.
works. I don't think it works on Mercs specifically. I think she still gets the
No,
blast resistance. Let me check.
Warping
Okay.
Winds does not work on Cryx. That was one of the big changes in January.
It used to work. Like I know
yes.
the Signar one used to work.
Yeah,
on
so
the,
That
Warping
one
Winds is
also
entirely
changed.
friendly faction now.
Okay.
Even the blast resistance part, because I know Windstorm still gives blast resistance to friendly models, so I wanted to check
I
if the
know they
wording was
changed
the same.
the Signar one from the Weather Vanes. It used to
Yeah.
work on Mercs, and now it doesn't.
To
Yeah,
my
I-
knowledge, every instance of
For
range
good
reduction.
reason now.
No, for good reason.
My quick things are all just going to kind of pile in behind it.
Not very quick, are they?
Well, not this game. So
feel
I'm going to
like-
leave that. I'm
I
going to
feel
leave
like
that
it's
cloud
two
there
cats playing cat and mouse.
for right now. You know,
So, which one of you used the cat, and which one of you used the cat then?
We're both cats. Yeah.
Oh. Stay tuned later for our OnlyFans.
what's the armor on the liches?
14 base.
Maybe I just killed one up
The
front.
Liches are sorry, Lich or the Furies.
Sorry, the Furies.
14
14.
with 8 boxes.
Def 14.
Yes.
I mean, I figure I might as well just risk it. I've got 3 shots to hit you, and you can't shield guard any of them, right? Any
No, I have no
objective
shield guards. Nope.
Okay, and you can't Grim Returns them?
No, you cannot Grim
Okay,
Returns the
because
Furies.
they're a character unit?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So to quote from about 10 minutes ago now, I don't care about your threat
do
ranges.
not
I'm
care
going to
about your
run
threat
your stuff up.
I do not care about losing a Fury.
the
It would
Furies-
suck, but I don't.
They do
So,
care less about losing one of their own
let's
now.
go
so
3 inches
it's
back.
not as bad.
And then I'm pretty sure that puts me outside a trample threat of Grendel. It absolutely does. Okay. So Shyryss is going to go. She is going to spend 2 and put Silence of Death up on, let's say, the Wyvern for right now.
Yeah.
And then she will pay 2. Do I need to put any other spells up? I mean, if you're not attacking me and you're not getting me in melee, then I don't need Execration. So I need 2 for Veil of Mists, which is fine, which means I have 2 other completely extraneous Fury. Range of Run and Annihilation.
22.
22. And that's catching me in... You will auto-miss because of stealth, but you can boost.
He has out of sight, so I won't miss.
Dekathus needs to have Isle of Sight to not auto-miss me. It means that you can see through Veil of Mists
Oh, right.
for targeting me, but...
No, because stealth's measured from the point of origin.
It is. No. Stealth is measured from whoever's doing the attack roll.
It's from the point of origin.
The line of sight portion of stealth is measured from the point of origin. The actual combat portion of the
Right,
stealth
but when you read
is...
stealth, it says it's 5 inches outside the point of origin.
I understand, but that's the attacker missing, right?
Right.
So you draw a line of sight from the point of the arc node, but all the combat stuff happens off of your caster.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
The arc. I used to know the arc node rules with stealth pretty well. Unfortunately,
it's a whole
it's been
thing.
a long break from Cryx. I don't remember them.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, never had to worry about it.
So
I wonder why.
Let's see. I think I should be okay there. Yeah, I should be okay. 22 means I have to hang out pretty far back from that thing, but since you won't have any souls next turn, you only get 2 annihilations at me. And if I have... How much does annihilation cost?
I could do 2 if I use Lucky Penny.
2 if you use
And
Lucky
dumped all my focus. And didn't boost anything. They cost 4 each.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
I thought
it was a 3 cost.
No.
Okay, and then you wouldn't get any boosts.
And they're only POW 10s.
Yeah, and you wouldn't get any boosts.
No, it's
Okay, yeah.
It is a
I think
terrible spell.
I think I'm fine.
Unless you cast it for
Unless
free.
you cast it for free.
Then it's okay.
Then it's decent.
Yes.
Okay. So she has more than enough movement to get to this 11. This cloud is just there to mark where I'm going to eventually put Veil of Mists. I am going to take my first magical dart into you.
Yep.
Choosing snipe so I can actually hit you,
Right.
and you're within my range. Def 14, I need a 7 to hit you.
Yep.
I will hit you with an 8.
Yep.
I will boost damage. Because I'm only POW 10, so dice off 4. That is a 12 exactly. So that should kill him.
Yep.
I will then pay 2 and put that cloud down where I need to. I will camp 1. I will elect to feat this turn.
Okay.
Because your calves scare me. And then she's going to repo 3 back.
So, to clarify, if the arc node has Eyeless Sight, that does work for targeting stealth models.
It works. Hold on.
So,
not for auto-missing stealth
Yeah, we'll
models.
pause
though.
it.
You won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, pause it up. So let's talk about this.
Okay.
Because I just read it, it was like if the point of origin is more than 5 inches away.
Yes,
Yes.
I understand. If you get within 5 inches of me from with the arc node, nothing matters.
Right.
Right? At that point,
Got it.
because now the point of origin of the spell is within 5 inches.
So,
Right.
however, the point of origin of the spell when you're channeling
Uh-huh.
is the arc node.
I understand. Right? So let's treat it as if the arc node is Dekathus.
Yes.
Right? So if that's Dekathus,
Yes.
if he gets within 5 inches of my caster and I have stealth,
Yeah, it
nothing
doesn't matter
matters.
if he's got
If
Eyeless
he's
Sight.
outside of 5 inches of my caster,
Yep.
then he gets to hit me, or he auto misses unless he has Eyeless Sight.
Which the arc node does.
Right. However, there's 2 bits to stealth. There's the line of sight portion, and there's the attack roll portion. Right?
Okay. Stealth is flat out. Ranged arcane attacks targeting the model from a point of origin greater than 5 inches away automatically miss.
Yes.
That's the only part we care about that. So when we go to Eyeless Sight, this model ignores clouds. When determining line of sight, this order model ignores concealment and stealth. Yep.
Yep.
Then you're right, because he doesn't ignore, well, no, he ignors self.
Right, because
But that's if that model's making the attack.
But he
that
is
model is not making
so
the
then
attack.
you look at an arc node and channeling. Got to go to look at channeling. Why is channeling so big?
I should have given her a reroll.
The spellcaster is still the model casting the spell, and if the spell is offensive, the attacker, but the attacker, it should say not the attacker, but the channeler becomes the spell's point of origin. This means that eligible targets and the spell's range are measured from the channeler, and that the channeling model must have line of sight to the spell's target.
Yep.
Channeling a spell does not require spellcaster to have line of sight to either channel or spell's target.
Yep.
Right.
So if you look at channeling, essentially replacing your arc node with Dekathus wherever it's at,
Right.
but using your arc node's line of sight determining capability,
Yep.
right? So your arc node's line of sight determining capability says it sees through clouds,
Yep.
but Dekathus' attacking capability says that he can't see through stealth.
Right.
Whoever makes the roll to hit me needs to not auto miss under stealth.
I remember it always being you needed it on the arc node to do one thing and being on the
Yes.
caster to do another thing.
We can call over someone else.
we might do that. I'm
Hey,
looking at this.
So
I'm
for
reading.
line of sight determining capability, if an arc node has line of sight, it sees through clouds, and it can therefore, but it doesn't make so the caster auto misses.
If your arc node
phrasing
has
this poorly.
eye of sight, your caster does not.
Okay.
We are crowdsourcing this
Your
amongst
arc
our
node
group
has
now.
eye of sight, your caster does not. Model target is stealth.
Yes.
If you're outside of 5 inches, you cannot hit.
Okay. Just line of sight. That's what I thought.
Yeah, you are
Hitting
noticed for
is
like
based off the castle.
Right, right. Because you're only ignoring stealth
is
from line of
auto
sight.
miss.
Right.
Yes.
Therefore, it's part of the hit.
Right.
Cool.
whereas
I knew you needed one on one thing to do the other and one on the other thing
Yes.
to do the other.
So the
to
arc
see through
node can see
clouds,
through
the
the
arc node
cloud.
needs it.
So line of sight from the channeler,
Right. Okay.
the hit roll from the attacker.
Right.
Stealth is
Right.
modified.
There you go.
Yes.
the one thing here is if the arc node is within 5 inches, you do get to roll.
Yes.
Right.
Because at that point,
No
it,
one
does,
does.
it doesn't matter.
Right.
Placement of the arc node does matter.
Sure.
But if you're more than 5 inches away, the caster needs eyeless sight.
Right. Then the arc node could be forever away.
So the consensus here, and what we're going to roll with,
Okay.
is that
Continue.
you do
All right.
line of sight from the arc node,
I know it was both.
but the
I mean,
attack
it was
roll
one-
still needs
one
to be
did
able
one
to.
and one did the other.
The caster needs to be able to ignore stealth as well if you're
could
more
really
than
clarify
5 inches away with the arc.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just kind of has to be this weird Infernals clarification.
I know, but they could just add one little, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there could be a box that says, hey,
Yeah.
eyeless sight box.
Yeah, Steamforge, if you're listening, we'd love that clarification.
So,
Thank you.
It's only going to be
I
more common, the more
am-
out of the sight. Arc nodes.
It
you should
is.
have one Fury left on you. There we are. Okay. So one Fury on the Drakyon, one Fury on Shyryss, because I spent 5 Fury that activation. And then the rest of this is just positioning. So this Vipex is going to run 6 and another 5 to right here, sitting in this cover. Does Grendel trample for free? Or
No.
Is he just
He
aggressive?
just charges for free. Yeah.
Charges and
charges for
runs,
free.
yes.
Okay.
Do you have anything that can reach me bottom of wood? I was guessing not.
So I'll have to pay for any shenanigans I do.
Yes.
Just specifically the shenanigans, though.
Right.
Skylla is going to Animus for excessive healing and run. And I did feet as well.
Yep,
In
yep.
case you didn't record that, Andrew.
One
I
more
did
time?
feet.
You did feet.
He's saying he wants you to hit the fancy button.
I want you to hit the button that says I feeded.
I'm hitting the button. Feet.
Okay.
So for those of you that aren't aware, Shyryss's feet is silly. I'm looking up the wording now to make sure I get it right.
These quick fangs are just going to walk to here. One, two.
All right, so Shyryss gives concealment and
three,
dodge to all friendly
Four,
models under
because you
control.
ran. 5.
They also cannot be targeted by
So that
charges.
means the
or
Wyvern needs to
slams.
run for 6. And go to right here. I'm fine if you want to trample and take 2 attacks with Grendel. I think I'm cool with that. I'm going to rotate him a little bit.
Don't threaten me with an inefficient time.
And then the Paragon's going to go to right there. These guys walking threat is Apparate Walk 7.
Yeah, with a 1-inch reach.
And they're POW 12 base. And you didn't take Calamity, and you can Shadowmancer for Dark Shroud so they can go to 14, but they're not charging.
No, I can Power of Death them too to go to 16. But that's as high as I can get them.
Okay, so you can get an entire unit of them in. But also if Dekathus misses it all, I dodge.
It's very sad. Dodge is sad.
So it's the whole, do you throw away Grendel and a unit of Cav to pick up a Wyvern? I think the answer is probably no. So he's going to sit behind here. He's going to sit behind here. And these guys are going to sit right here. And then my Shadowmancer Scion is going to walk right into here. And I'm going to push it back to you. We're on turn 2A.
Yep. Okay, so I'm left with the mess. This is just feel the mess, right?
Yeah.
All right. So everything in your control has concealment,
Everything in my control has concealment and dodge.
but
And
the
all
Wyvern
the-
doesn't benefit from concealment.
The Wyvern doesn't benefit from concealment, but does have stealth because of Field Marshal Prowl.
And, yep.
That's the thing right there.
Yes.
Okay, Field Marshal. Prowl.
That's the kicker.
Yep. That makes it really mean. Okay. So.
Matt is rethinking his choice of casters all of a sudden.
No,
Well, except you only brought your deck.
if I know anything about Matt, it's that he never rethinks anything.
Shaking his head over here.
Okay, so def on the Wyvern is 13?
13.
Okay. And I can't afford to miss
No, if you miss, I dodge 2 inches.
unless I hit you with Grendel first.
Yes.
Wait, maybe not.
Give the clamps.
Oh, is it equal or
The
smaller?
clamps may have a base size.
I think they do.
Equal
I
and smaller base.
Okay, so I still move even if you do hit me with Grendel.
Yep, or you can't. You're allowed to.
Yes.
That's
he
sad.
is -2 def, but then you're engaging him.
True.
But
Minus
then
2 def
I
is
don't-
very nice.
If I recall correctly,
Because the Cav are not
hugeness-
going to get their charging bonus die.
So the extra large base models do not get the engaged bonus in against shooting.
They do not get they don't get the in melee bonus for shooting.
So you could run up and Grendel and a question decreases def by 2, but Will's question still stands. Is it worth it?
I mean, I still got Warping Winds and Stealth on it.
Yeah, stealth
Yeah.
is the.
Yeah.
If he didn't have stealth, then yeah, it would be. But he does. It's very.
But I do be having
Why do you have
stealth
so
like
much defensive tech? Why?
It's
I
weird.
have that defensive
It's
tech.
weird to see Legion
Shyryss.
with defensive tech, right?
Right. Okay, well, we are going to, just in case we want to,
Yeah.
apparate. And you will go here. And you, I guess, will just get out of the way a little bit. pick up the focus. I think we will. Let's see. Death Ward. That spell. That spell. That is not a lot of spells.
Is it feet turn?
I either have to feat with Dekathus just to survive,
Yeah.
or I have to retreat with him. Which I could do. Like, he could hide here this turn.
Yeah.
And then I wait to take your alpha over here, but then I got to fight through you back. So I don't know what the best choice is. I think I do know what the best choice is. I just don't want to do it. So we're going to take 6 focus because
Okay.
we'll upkeep Death Ward.
Chat's pointing out to me the vice clamp rule does not work either on the Wyvern.
Yeah, we know.
I'm just smart like that. Okay.
I thought it had a base size thing.
It does, yes.
And you rudely didn't give me any free kills with Dekathus, which is
Yeah, I did not do that.
Which
I mean,
is-
it's
again
10
you're
inches for
you're a very
walk
rude
and
player.
pull, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just super rude. You could have.
I'm sad that I only killed one thing on my feet turn, though. I should have done more work.
It was a good kill though.
It was a good kill. I'd rather kill one of the Furies than none of
Yep.
them.
Shyrus.
Any
what's
one of
his
those,
best in
any
life?
one of those bastards that I can kill, I'm gonna get him out.
Right, less mortal fear on the table is good.
Yeah, my army kind of hates mortal fear.
Yeah, just a little bit.
What are these guys? Armor?
They're armor 12.
Okay.
If you hit them, they explode.
Okay. That may be. What's her defense?
14.
And she gets the feat, right?
She gets concealment, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that she also gets dodge. Yes.
Okay.
And she also still can't be targeted by charges or slams.
Right.
That's pretty rude,
They did
actually.
not change that part of her feat. I thought they were going to do that for Big Pig, but they didn't.
You know, now that you mention it, that would have made a lot of sense, but oh well.
Her melee range?
1.
1. Okay.
So just for funsies, this game on stream right now is one of 5 games going on in the store.
All right. These These guys are going to go.
What are they going to do? Are they
Actually,
going to put some focus in
I'm
places?
going to move him first because just to give them room
Okay.
to exist. He doesn't have a lot of job right now,
No, he do not.
so he's going to come sit right there. They're going to come up into here
Okay.
and give 2 focus to this guy. He can do stuff this turn and then probably die. Depends whether that dies or not, because that will just one round my poor little rat.
I mean, sort of. She has 2 POW 14s against him.
That's dice straight.
I know.
That's dice straight. Is that including prey?
Yeah, that
yeah.
is that is pretty.
Yeah.
Dice straight's pretty good on bone chickens.
Still, I got to hit it.
I mean, you're Matt. What?
She is rat 9. She needs 5s.
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds pretty good.
These little idiots, sorry, are going up here,
Yeah, she's
and
a
they're
14,
gonna
16.
they're gonna fill up Grendel. And I guess give 1 to that guy.
Okay.
Sorry, we switched views and the feet thing didn't pop back up, so there it is.
Grendel's got to go first. But then, no, Dekathus has to go first.
You want the rerolls?
Get him closer.
Carnage.
Oh, also very true.
Yeah.
Wow, you got to get
So
close for
Dekathus is going to
that.
activate. He's going to walk through his ghost buddies.
Seems pretty reasonable.
Ghost friends.
Stand up here. Try to be out of line of sight to any huge charge swings. He's going to go ahead and we're going to Lucky Penny.
You are definitely within Hunter's Mark range if I get to you.
That I know. I know.
Okay.
But I'm talking line of sight for all this.
Oh,
Like,
sure,
I
sure,
can't
sure.
deal with that. I have to deal with by putting up a wall of flesh.
Yes.
So
Yes,
we
you do.
are going to cast Shadowmancer, which hurts my soul. We're going to cast Carnage. And when we activate him, we're going to use our card.
For Lucky Penny?
Yep.
Lucky
Yeah,
we
that
need
sounds
to.
good.
And
I have to start getting used to using that on my.
we will give him a soul.
And
Start my
technically at the
activation.
beginning of his
Yep,
activation.
yep.
Yeah.
We know. We
So are
don't
you gonna
care.
Lucky Penny for a soul or a focus?
Soul.
Ooh.
I think,
good idea.
I think one higher armor is better than total
One
armor.
higher armor and one more reroll.
So,
I think is good.
and then we're going to feat
There it
Okay.
is.
for 5 more souls,
Yeah.
putting the armor at a comfy 24, and having 1 focus for camping. And then he's done. Ghosties,
He's not going to camp 0.
no.
I am disappointed on behalf of the internet, but that's okay.
Gonna come here and just pop on this side.
Okay.
And he is gonna cast Power of Death.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And the other one is just gonna faff about. Do
Is
nothing.
he gonna cast Mortal Fear?
Yeah. All right, Grendel will trample his 9 inches, which we already know will get us 2 inches away, or a little less, a little more than 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's fine. I don't need to be closer than 2 inches, so I won't.
I think you actively don't want to be closer
Nope.
than 2 inches because you want your cav to be able to space out.
So we'll spend 1 to trample,
Give him the clamps.
1 to buy.
and then we will buy an attack. We are mat 10.
Yeah, you need a 3.
Nope, don't get 3 dice. That will
That'll
hit.
hit.
You've been let's see if the -2 works on.
Negatory.
Nope. Okay. So this is going to be POW 16. I'm
you
sorry,
are-
18 with Dark Shroud.
You are dice off 1.
So that'll be 8 to the 6.
8 to the 6.
This is probably a terrible idea. We're going to buy another attack. That will hit.
Okay.
Dice off 1 will be
Ooh, that's
12
pretty
to the
good.
2.
Yeah, that
That's a
seems
good
all
start.
right.
Finisher is a hell of a drug. And now Grendel's done, and he is safe to say his butt is in the wind. So, Cav is
Can
going
the
to-
Night Furies do the job?
Night Fury is going to just walk, which makes them super sad. But
So very
the
sad.
real thing is that I can stop you from scoring, hopefully.
How far is Power of Death? I don't know if
10
you,
inches.
I don't know if you score your own flags on Payload.
You do. Power Death is a 10-inch
Night
bubble,
Terrors,
so
because
it'll
I
get them all.
remember the name of the stuff.
No, because it's
Objective terrain?
no. There's no. There's no scoring for objective terrain. It just says
Oh.
objectives.
You just got to get the...
You gotta get that to there.
Okay, then whatever. It doesn't matter
yeah.
where he goes. So they're attacking. They're effectively 9s.
9, so you need 4s.
4s. Sad. We'll start
Non-cav
with
charge
this one by himself.
Yeah.
So we will re-roll that.
You will need to reroll that.
Yep. That'll
That'll
hit.
hit.
Let me take that precious soul away. So sad. Okay.
Dekathus is now armed 23.
He is POW 16 effectively.
Yeah.
So what are we off of? Off 3?
You're off 3.
So take 9 to the 1.
Okay.
That seems okay.
His second attack will hit.
Yeah.
And, ooh, 13 to the 2.
He's dead.
That'll do that.
Okay.
Does anybody else have range on anything? Probably not. Nope. Okay.
Shyryss will take the Fury.
So these two are still incorporeal,
yes.
which is so weird that is allowed to happen. A repo here. A repo here. And I think he will repo to enjoy your company.
Okay.
Is that the
And
incorporeal
I'm
one?
going to mark them with...
That's the non-incorporeal one.
Yeah.
This is the only one that made attacks.
Yep.
Got it.
I wonder if I even needed Grendel. I mean, the mice. Yeah,
You did, I think, to get the initial damage on.
maybe.
And the
I
arm
mean, maybe.
debuff.
Yeah. The
Specifically-
initial damage and the arm debuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause otherwise,
the arm
otherwise you
debuff.
were swinging at me with
Yes.
top 14s.
No, the arm debuff was crucial.
Yeah.
That's why I did it. I'm not dumb. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm the dumb one. We've been over this.
All right. You can't shoot anyone. Well, they don't. They have stealth.
They do have stealth.
Okay. Your little guys do?
Yeah.
Very
So
sad.
far, the only two things on my board that do not have stealth currently are these two models.
Okay. He's just going to run to here. Actually, he can run to there. It'd be really annoying. We're going to try to do some shenanigans over here. He's going to go right up to the terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy, yummy sludge thralls. Gonna spray some dudes and probably trigger a lot of dodge.
We're gonna try. Okay. He will go ahead and try. Actually, I bet we can do something even dumber. We'll try to get that straight line
Oh
shot.
my god.
Stay out of one of him. So we're gonna try spraying him, and I think get all 4 if I have the range. Well, warping wins, right?
Warping wins.
So only 7
So you'll
inches.
grab 2.
That's fine.
Do you want to try and can you? Oh, you're gonna spray Nissak through a different avenue.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I know I'll stab her because I'm engaged with
yeah,
her,
yeah, yeah.
but she's not engaged with me.
The
Yes.
question is, who are you targeting?
This guy.
Okay.
Or this one back here. It doesn't really
Yeah,
matter.
you can see both, so it doesn't matter. You could. I would target the one back there because that'll definitely grab you both.
Yep. What are their defense?
They'll
14?
be 14s.
Need 8s. So the first one, miss.
No.
You want to dodge?
Yeah, why not? Talk to me.
Okay. Remind you about your cool feat. Get some threat range out of it.
You know I love threat range.
All right, next guy. Miss.
Okay.
Does he want to dodge or no?
Right there.
Okay.
Let the dodging continue.
This guy, oh no, he has to finish. He'll try to stab her. Ooh, if I stab her and miss, she's a 14?
14.
Yeah. No, we're not going to try to stab her.
Come on, you
We're
got
gonna-
Carnage up.
We're going to spray her again, and I think I'll get all 3.
Will you?
Yeah, pretty sure I will.
Yeah, you'll get all 3.
So we'll try back here.
Okay.
8. Miss.
No.
Hit the middle one.
Okay. And
And then her, need an 8. No, miss.
Nope. Okay.
Dodge.
So, we'll dodge to right here.
Yep,
You killed this middle one.
probably. It's about 14.
Oh, yeah. And to here.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Back to you.
All right. So no melee attacks. I've already done him, so they're done as a unit. That's fine. So do I want to throw this guy away?
That's the arc node. Why would you do that?
Because I don't need it in this list.
Said no Cryx player ever. What? What kind of Cryx player
Obviously,
are
I'm
you?
a very not Cryx player.
Yeah, stop playing Signar over here. Come
Okay, so we're going to come to here,
Okay.
and we will shoot him.
The Paragon?
Yep.
Yep.
Wait, he's got warping winds, right?
He does.
He is the
So,
one with
okay,
it.
I'm not going to hit. I'll be out of range.
Oh, it's range 8.
Yep.
Oof.
Very sad.
Bone
shoot her.
chicken problems.
Yes, so I get, well, can I see her? No. I'd have
She's-
to move somewhere
She's
different.
in melee.
She is in melee, has concealment, which he ignores, and
Yeah, I can't see her. I would
Oh,
have
you
had to
can't?
come around here. No, it's more than 3 inches.
oh, okay. Well, cool.
So we're just going to hide back here.
Matt's
Sounds good.
real familiar with 3.
With all this focus.
All the focus.
Yep. And he's going to come up to here and Black
buddy.
Mantle.
And give someone stealth.
Him and the Necro.
The one necrosurgeon.
Yeah.
Stealth. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
They're already done. They're already done. I can't stop any bowl crap that comes in this way. So now I just got to stop this pain train.
By the way, I do have one last question to ask.
Yep.
Did you mean to engage Skylla with this model?
Yeah, I mean, I'm incorporeal, so it just metals up your...
You should. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I might just kill Dekathus next turn.
Oh, yeah, no.
I think
Yeah.
your intention, I assume, was to tie up Skylla at least a
Yes.
little bit.
make you have to do your order of activation.
Because
crap.
otherwise,
Yeah.
I have nothing to do other than land Hunter's Mark on him and kill him next
No,
turn.
that's his whole job
Yeah.
is to run there and block line of sight.
Yeah.
And then,
We appreciate our players in this friendly game
okay,
being cordial with each other. Talking
That's
about
me, man.
intents and working it
That's
out.
you.
yep, not
Okay.
much I can do with all the stealth.
Shyryss gets her Fury from Skylla. She gets the one from her Drakyon. She gets the one from her Vipex. She's not upkeeping Silence of Death, and I don't think she's upkeeping Veil of Mist this turn.
Oh, and that's on him.
And this is the only. No, they both have Mortal Fear. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
it's permanent now.
So, I mean,
That's why they hang out with Dekathus and they do the Deca dance.
so I still can't charge with Skylla, but I can freely walk out of melee with her.
As long as you have Unstoppable. Oh, actually, no, because I'm
you're
incorporeal.
incorporeal.
Yep, you can just walk out
So I
all
can
you
freely walk. It's the no charge part that you really
Yep.
care about.
Unless
I
you
kill him-
remove it first, yeah.
want. Yes,
Def 13,
14.
14.
There are 14, 16,
That is both
5 boxes.
both rude and stupid.
If only they had 8
And
boxes.
I hope that you know that.
I mean, it's Cryx stuff. My Soul Hunters
We
were
have Def
14,
12 and
14.
we have Def 14.
No in between.
And 13 heavies.
Yippee.
Yeah. I mean, Cryx pretty much always has to take the alpha on the chin, so
Yeah,
I'm thinking taking the
you kind of
Wyvern
need it.
is good.
I think taking the Wyvern is good. I
I
think
just don't know. We'll see how much it costs me.
I'm hoping it costs you.
If it costs me all that, that really sucks.
Everything.
But if it doesn't cost me all that, then great.
Yeah. I'm kind of working to see what it will cost you. And if it costs you scenario.
A second
Because scenario
mortgage
for
on
me
your
is a little bit
Grendel.
more important.
Oh, for me too. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm doing this side to try and pressure a line, so I can just try to drive that thing home.
Oh yeah, I totally agree.
So I've only got 5 souls, so Dekathus is sitting at armor 23 with 1 camp. No souls for my 4 Iron Liches.
I weirdly still think that if I still weirdly think that I might be able to kill Dekathus this turn.
I mean, if you can, go for it. Just with Skylla, remember that the entropic force bubble exists.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll come in thinking you can survive a crackback and then...
No. Yeah. That was the thing where I was taking out my excessive healing tokens and I was like, man, I wonder if this is gonna matter this match.
Yeah, it matters against if you just going heavy on heavy. Because I don't have any axes with Grievous.
Yes. So, what do I think that I need to do? So if I Shadowbind and Hand of Destruction Dekathus, and if I Silence of Death and Enrage Skylla, and I clear this model, and I unfortunate.
Totally intentional.
Can Shyryss even see Dekathus if I walk and jump? Oh, 100%. Even if I walk to 7,
With Grendel in the way, that's the real question.
walk to, well, so
Unless
it's,
you're going to kill him first.
so I can walk 7 to there,
Yep,
and then jump 5 to right here,
sure.
and then I can see him.
You got a gunfighter or no?
She does.
Okay.
I could also hop to like right here.
Yep, then you're good.
So yeah, I'm good. Grendel in the way doesn't matter. The thing that I do care about.
See, this is why I'm going to complain about whaling again.
So I need 2 for Silence of Death. I need 2 for Hand of Destruction. Because I can totally cast spells on you.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, they nerfed Cryx hard, so you can just do whatever you want. I'll only be armor at 25.
You
to-
mean they operate like
living.
normal stuff?
mm-hmm.
Well, good news. His entire list is living. So
Look, whose side are you on?
I'm on no one's side because no one is
Oh,
on my side.
I think in a
Luckily, I haven't
matchup
activated
between Cryx
anything
and
yet.
Khymaera, I feel like I should get the public support.
Well, chat's been talking more about you and your stuff.
Oh, because they don't understand my stupid list.
I've lost to both of you, so it's not because they don't understand your list.
I'm going to apparate to there. I need to enrage you.
Sorry,
I
I don't
need to
understand
kill
my list
you.
either.
So you charge to there. As soon as I charge to there, I can see that heavy, and then I can cast. Incorporeal doesn't block line of sight, does it?
No, it does not.
Okay.
You can see right through them.
So I can do that.
You actually can see right through him, too,
Why?
because he's stealth. As long as you're more than 5 inches away, you can see right through him.
Oh, so I
The
can
whole battle
still,
group is stealth.
I can still Hunter's Mark Dekathus.
Yeah,
It
because
won't-
sorry, I didn't put it up, but Shadowmancer's up, right?
Oh,
So-
right.
Yeah.
Okay. That actually makes this weirdly easier, I think. Because it means I don't have to Hunter's Mark that heavy. I can just throw everything on Dekathus, and then Skylla sees through that heavy to charge Dekathus.
yeah, as
and-
long as
and
she
does
has
so.
a landing spot, she's good.
Yeah. I forgot we moved your objective.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we might need to recenter that. That's 20 and 20, right?
I mean, I'll do it while you play your turn.
Okay. I moved it to like check a landing spot for some reason, or like check
Nope.
line of sight or something.
Yeah, it's not a flag.
It is not a flag. Yeah, so it should be
Just about a half inch there, right
there. Okay. So what I should be checking
there. Is landing spots.
is landing spots. Rotate this guy. That look good as a landing spot?
Yeah, he's just supposed to be base to base.
Okay, with the
yep.
forest. Okay, but that's not over his base, and that looks to be within an inch of Dekathus, which I feel good about.
It is.
Okay. And you've got a bunch of rerolls.
I have 5.
5 yeah, because you're down from 6.
Yep.
And your armor 23 because of that?
25 with Mortal Fear.
And I can get to armor. I can get to POW 22 on my highest. Your def won't be a problem because you'll be shadowbound. So me hitting is not the issue. I'm charging for free. You're camping 1, so I'm
Right.
dice off 2 on my, or I'm dice off 3 on my highest POW. Or armor 25? Yeah, dice off 3 on my highest POW melee weapon.
23 with. We just
23
talked
with
about
the
name
souls,
thing.
and then 25 with Mortal Fear.
That's the one.
I can't get rid of Mortal Fear. God, I
Too many
wish I
ghosts.
could.
Too many ghosts.
I mean, if I rolled to hit and roll boxcars on damage, and I rolled to hit and roll boxcars on damage, I could technically do it. If
Yeah,
I hit,
but I'll
if
make
I
you
hit
re-roll one
Dekathus
of
on my,
those.
oh, for sure.
That is a heck of a thing.
Yeah. So if I just roll like an absolute
Yeah,
madman
roll
and proceed to
boxcars,
win the
kill
game. So these guys are 14, 16s,
14, 16s,
5
5
boxes.
boxes.
Okay.
And then obviously you need magic weapons for the 2 of them.
Yes. So then.
They're also undead and unstoppable.
Okay. So what we're gonna do?
It means you can't stop them.
Sure.
In other news, water is wet.
What do I have to do? So I've got 37 minutes to figure out this assassination. Let's just piece it together.
That's a long
Watch
time
me
to
play
take, but
Tetris.
fair.
I've got 2
I will
extraneous
tell
focus.
you, the folly of the Dekathus feat assassination is high. I've never lost to him on feat turn. I've
Okay.
never died on feat turn. But
Okay. Hey man,
This could be-
I'm a wyvern down.
Right, you are
I
Wyvern
feel
down.
like I made you overextend to get the wyvern.
I did. I think I could have done it with just the Night Terrors.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We can math it out later.
Yeah.
So I definitely kind of want to just see what happens.
Right.
Because I think at the very least it'll be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you not entertained? Chat?
Make me do my brain math of when I should re-roll stuff. That always hurts my feelings.
So my Vipex is going to walk face to base here.
Yep.
Such within that I am within 6 inches of Skylla, and outside of 2 inches of your boy Grendel over here.
Okay.
Because I want to channel later. And he's going to take his first Impaler shot into the non-incorporeal
Yeah.
shade.
14 if you got pistol.
I'm at 6. I'm going to boost.
Oh, your gut, your.
Yeah, my Impaler here.
Yep.
That'll hit and crit, but since you're not living, you're not paralyzed. This is POW 17, so dice +1.
Plus, yeah, should be +1. Yeah. You're
Uh,
not Mortal Fury for sure.
kills you with an 11. Okay, so that's done. I am then going to Animus and boost a Hunter's Mark
Okay.
into this model here,
Yep.
because I still need to unstick him.
Be an 18.
Yep, I'm Arcane 6, so we'll see. 18 plus a 10 and a 2, so that exactly ties. So I
Okay.
hit my 12. Do you want to make me re-roll that?
No.
Okay.
Come on,
so you
spin
are
the
Hunter's Marked.
souls. Do it.
So this guy has magic weapons and can now reach you after Shyryss gets to you. And then I can repo him. I can give him magic weapons. And that should probably be enough to kill you.
With 2 models, yeah. You don't want to rely on just one.
Yeah. He's got 2 attacks as well. And he can give out... Oh, he can't give out a reroll. Oh, no, I have more than just that. Outside of 14 there. That's fine. I mean, at the very least I can maybe do that. Well, I'm going for the assassination anyway. But I can do this in the proper order.
Just don't do it as slow as.
Yeah, what, my 30-minute assassination against
Spinner
Dekathus?
has nothing to do, so he's just going to run this way to get himself out of the way.
Yep.
These guys are, and I need that charge lane.
Shadowmancer Scions.
I can
over
place things past your base here and be fine in terms of actually charging
Yeah.
you.
If you kill him, you can charge through him.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm working under that assumption.
Okay,
I just need
yeah.
to remove that model.
Right. He's the only one you got to kill. And you can't push him, so you got to kill him.
I can't. Yeah, I gotta kill him. So then the Shadowmancers are gonna walk up. Guidance 1, Guidance 2, Guidance 3.
Got it.
Actually, move you here so that way he can still charge you, if anything. So Paragon is going to charge you. He is going to move to right here.
Yep.
He needs a 7 to hit you.
Sounds good.
That's right. Stab the Fury. Sorry, the Night Terror.
He'll hit you with a 9.
Yep.
This is POW 15.
So you are.
Dice off 1?
Yep.
Dice off 1.
That'll kill him with a 9. All right. So now that I've done this in the proper order, he will also then proceed to sprint and situate himself right here.
Next to
Hunter's
the
Mark's done.
objective for no reason.
No, to
Excellent.
contest it.
For no reason.
For no reason. So now it's just, does Skylla kill you?
Sounds like an
Hilarious
age-old
if I
question.
walk out of this with 5 head trophies on my belt.
Be very funny. Shyryss is going to go. She's going to channel Silence of Death into Skylla.
Yes. Which gets rid of your old one, right?
There was no old one.
Oh, I thought you.
No, it was on the big winged thing that you killed.
Got it.
So-
no, it's because you told me your plans, and your plan was to cast
Oh
it. So
yes, my
that's
plan
why.
was to cast it. She just hasn't gone yet.
So now she gets to do it for free.
Yes.
Which
So
is fine.
then, that's all of your focus. She's going to walk her 7. So this is where wailing would really help you.
Oh, yeah, it would. It would absolutely crush your dreams.
She's going to get to within 3 of Dekathus.
Yep.
That way. She is going to boost to hit
Yep.
a Shadowbind dart on you.
She's rat 7.
She's rat 7.
Needs a
So
7.
I need a 7.
Yep.
That'll hit you.
Yep.
You are Shadowbound.
Hey, Dekathus gets shadow binding massages at
POW
home.
8?
It's fine.
Jesus.
Good job.
I don't tie your armor.
No.
I don't even get close. She'll take her second shot. Oh yeah, I literally can't kill those guys because even a boxcars doesn't do any damage.
Wah, wah.
Gah! All right. That. Oh, I need a lucky penny. Shoot.
Yeah. You
Okay.
look- that's fine.
Yeah, because I need that for
Takes-
the boost.
I don't think anyone's gonna
Yeah.
be a stickler about that.
So that's
I won't.
Hunter's Mark. They would be in a tournament, and I wouldn't begrudge them for it. That, and then my last 2 for Hunter for hand destruction puts me down to 0.
No, right, because you're just free for you now.
It's free. It's Witch's Mark.
Yeah.
It's free real
If only I
estate.
had
here.
whaling.
If only you had wailing,
Yeah.
then I wouldn't be able to do this to you. For the piece de resistance, Bellighul is going to walk his 3 to here, and then his 3 to there. And I miss enrage. That's fine. Because I mispositioned these guys. They should have been over there. So that's fine. You know what? We'll take dice off 5 for me maybe killing you. I've got hand of destruction. I've got everything that I need. So yeah,
And yeah, you totally can see me because my butt is just slightly out of the
just slightly out of
right.
there.
And I used a heavy to
Yeah.
block line of sight that can't block line of sight.
Yep. Just to demonstrate
No, I see it. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. for stream. Skylla then physically moves 11 because of Hunter's Mark,
Yep.
which means that she can absolutely. That's another thing that I should have measured. Is move
Just
to this
make sure.
proxy. Yeah, just make sure I can even move to the proxy. She will charge with her main head.
I don't think she can. She's not painted, so I think she has no chance.
It's true.
Yeah.
Painted models can't kill things.
So I'm def 12 because of Shadowbind.
I would never
You're
win my
14
games.
base, right? You're down to 11.
Oh, it's minus
I
3
need
now.
4s.
Okay.
Shadowbind's always been -3.
Thought they changed it to 2, but
No.
That'll hit you with a 10.
Yep.
This is POW 20.
So you're off 5.
Off 5. Cool.
Yep.
I've got an extra die because it assigns importance from hand of destruction.
Right.
Do it.
That is a. Oh, I forgot to give her a reroll too. I've screwed up this entire thing. So 5 is 3 boxes.
3? Okay. I'll just
You want me to
take it.
reroll that?
No.
Oh. I will take my crit armor piercing attack next.
Okay.
Or actually, sorry. I'm going to take my man catcher attack next.
Okay.
Because you're a warrior model.
Minus
Your
2 defense
man
again. All
catcher
right.
attack.
That'll hit with trip 6.
Yeah.
That will.
Man, I wish that was my crit AP attack. I'd make you reroll it.
Yep.
This is only POW 15. Nope, no damage.
Okay.
Now my crit AP attack.
Yep.
That will hit, but no crit.
Okay. Perfect.
This is POW 18, so dice off 7.
Yes.
Need a
hand
die.
destruction?
1 box.
Okay.
The spray is the last thing that I have, but that's not going to do any damage to you either. Should have made it so I can get enrage on you.
Would've helped.
That would be changing this a lot. So we're buying attack.
Yep.
Not 1s to hit you.
Yeah. You need 2 right now.
That'll hit with trip 5s.
Yep.
Should have bought
You're
an AP
attacking with
attack.
your big attack, right?
Yeah, the thing that's dice off 5,
Yeah, not your armor piercing.
not my armor piercing.
Got it.
Because I think that I think the dice off 5 is just the better thing to
Way
attack
better,
with.
way better. Because if I have such a big boost to armor.
Yeah. So that'll be 4 boxes.
We will use my focus
Okay.
and take none.
I'll buy another one.
Yep.
How much life does Dekathus have left?
Dekathus has 15 left.
Okay. Hits. Dice off 5. That'll be 6 boxes.
Reroll it.
Okay. That'll be 7 boxes.
Oh no.
You made me re-roll it better, sir.
So with the reroll, because you spent a soul, does
Yeah.
that
Oh,
actually
so
add
it's
one more to
8
8
boxes.
boxes?
It's actually 8 boxes.
Ooh.
Another one?
So this,
Hits. Now dice off 4.
yep.
That'll be 5 boxes. It was a 6 and a 3 on the die.
Yep,
So
yep.
9.
You'll have what, 2 left?
No, you'll have to reroll that. I can't survive that. Reroll it.
Oh, yeah. So dice off 4 will be 3 boxes.
Okay, much better.
It's dice off 3 now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So another,
it's
4
4.
boxes
Yep.
instead. Last one.
Yep.
1 box left?
I have 3.
Not a lot.
Hits.
So
Dice
attack,
off
right?
3 now. Yeah. That'll be 5 boxes. I have to re-roll it.
I mean, I could just make my tough roll.
Oh, does he have tough?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
But yeah, I think I have to make you re-roll it and
Okay.
hope for low.
Oh. Oh. no.
Nope, that'll still kill you if you've got. So it's dice off 2 now, right?
Right.
Yeah, for
so 4
4.
damage. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
have to make my tough roll.
No, roll in the box. Roll in the
All right.
box.
Oh, no.
Aw.
Yeah,
Oh, so
literally
we're there.
1 box over.
Yeah. Okay, so if I had in rage, that would have been 1,
8 more
2,
to-
3, 4, 5, 6. So 12 more boxes?
Yeah.
That's a shirt.
Yeah.
That's happening.
Right.
Okay.
And then this swapping this doesn't matter because you could still blessing her because you got the card right. You didn't use 2 cards.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's the first Dekathus on feet kill.
Now
I'm
he's-
honored.
But if
now
I
he's
camped
dead
1
at this.
extra,
You camped 1 extra.
I think it'd be fine.
But if you had camped 1 extra, then you wouldn't have Shadowmancered, right?
No, what I would have done is it's Lucky Penny for a focus instead of a soul.
I think lucky pennying for the soul was the call.
But I really think what I should have done is not cast Shadowmancer, just sent these guys in, and I think they could have done it.
At PAL 14s?
How 16? Oh no, yeah, 14s because of no.
14s.
Right, what's the Wyvern's base armor?
19?
Stop the clock, too. So dice off 5.
Yeah,
So dice off 5, your first attack gets through probably to deal just
just
damage.
does a point. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Then
The question
second
is,
one
does it?
And
about
then it's 5 weapon master attacks.
So, but that's
But
actually an
still-
interesting question because
still
if you
needing
miss it on that
Still need
first
4s, but I have rerolls still.
Sure.
Right,
But those reroll.
4s to hit, and then on average 5 damage per hit.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
So that's 25 to 30 damage
I-
on average.
So
Still 6 boxes under.
So here's the thing:
is
is
it?
that
Yeah.
And
And the
dice-
problem is if you roll a 5 to your first damage roll,
then the Night
I
Terror.
would
granted,
reroll that.
you got to re-roll that.
Right.
But there's still the possibility that
Yeah.
you don't damage on the first
Absolutely.
attack,
Yeah.
and then that ruins
Yep.
things.
I wonder,
I think it
did he have
approaches
warping
it.
winds?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. So there's probably no way I could have. He was probably too far.
To AoE him?
Yeah, just to try and splash damage on him.
I don't
first.
think so.
Yeah. So yeah, I got to put Grendel up, but that doesn't mean I needed Shadowmancer.
Yeah, I don't think it means that you needed
Grendel
Shadowmancy,
starts
'cause-
the finisher chain, I think, on his own.
Yeah.
without Shadow.
Honestly-
Yeah, but
Honestly,
I didn't need Shadowmancer to do it.
So
What I think you could have done is realistically walk up, buy, and then boost damage. Because you're only dice off 3
Yeah.
with the base weapon, so you do 8, and that kind of makes up for the other 8 in the aggregate, and it's really hard for you not to damage me.
Right.
And then,
And then he's
those
camping
guys can
4
walk
instead of
in.
3, and that changes everything.
That changes that. And then what I do is I try and just clean up this,
Right.
and then maybe try and take out that heavy
With Skylla.
with
You're,
Skylla.
you're still down quite a bit on the trade there. The Wyvern's 19 points. Grendel is what, 16?
That's fine, but then these are thrown away, basically, because Dekathus will take these 2
Right.
next turn,
Yeah,
like trivially. Because all Skylla's tricks don't work against Dekathus.
yeah.
So
That's fair.
he just cleans them up, and then they don't have stealth anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know what he does with this, right?
Yeah.
We have to see, but
Well, so this.
no, Cryx is always going to be down on points because
Yeah.
Cryx has to take it.
Well-
this version of Cryx has to take it on the chin.
So-
it's an attrition army.
It
That's
is.
why they do so much damage because they expect only half your army
Yeah,
to be alive.
every time
Right.
I'm surprised by the amount of damage that Cryx
Right.
does. Even then, I was just like, I'll see what you do to the Wyvern. And I'm like, oh, right, he picks it up with 2 models.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I rolled hot with that.
you
with
did. You rolled hot for a few of your damage rolls.
Right.
You would have got there anyway.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think you
for
would
sure.
have got there anyway. If I don't offer you the Wyvern, what do you do?
So if that was the case, I would
You
have
just like do this,
turtled.
and you stay here.
Yeah, I would have turtled. Like Dekathus would have probably sat right here.
I'm
maybe.
still under feet.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah, I would have feeded.
yeah, that's reasonable.
Just for some unseen angle I don't see.
the precautionary.
And then honestly, Grendel probably digs in next to him, and then this guy probably runs up next to him just to present bases on the other side that you have to deal with. Score this with these two. Furies just stay back here. And then I'd probably do the exact same thing with this, just to contest and make you fight over it. Because you do not want to fight these guys with all your infantry, right?
No, realistically, I think the Drakyon just slams them into each other.
Right, but then you got to use your heavy against that. My heavy will be sitting right here, the
But that's what the
malefactor.
Drakyon's built for.
Well, so what I might do is slam them into each other and then play my repo card and take the Drakyon out of the forest.
No, good, yeah.
And then if any of them, like, granted,
Yeah.
they'll all be knocked down, so tough checks won't matter.
Right,
And he can take the corrosion on the chin.
Right.
These guys, I'm not sending to kill them because as soon as I kill the first one, they all die.
yes,
Um,
hilariously.
very hilariously. I think she like walks this way, jumps this way, attacks
Tries
your
to get
arc
in,
node.
yep.
Realistically, I think she actually jumps to where she can just throw
Sure.
shuriken at it. Because like misses. Or actually no, hits because you're at 14, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hits. 8
Straight,
boxes, and then hits 10 boxes.
Yeah, so he's
So
crippled.
it's pretty much crippled at that point. and
Yep.
You're not going to spend time repairing it.
No,
So it's just, whatever.
I only have the one source of repair, the card.
Yeah. So yeah, and like he can walk here, slam them into each other.
So honestly, it's funny because if Dekathus had been here,
You would have been fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I would have had the.
14-inch control range?
Why was I measuring 10? I was measuring 10. It's because of their power of death. I was thinking
Oh.
10. Yeah, he could have just.
So you
been
just
back
completely
here.
mispositioned him.
Yeah, I could have just been
Ah.
back there because I just wanted him to score this and just be in the middle.
Yeah, but they can score this just like that.
Yeah, and they were already doing it.
Yeah.
So, yep, he didn't have to be that close.
Yeah. Okay. So that's just mistakes made.
Yes.
No one ever makes mistakes.
Well,
on
yeah, and then I
stream.
almost completely bungled my assassination run because if I literally just put these guys here
Not really
and
moved
thought
them
about
at
it
all.
and gone, well, yeah, they could have apparated that way.
Yeah.
Spinner just needed to get out of the way, and then he could have walked directly towards Skylla, put in rage on her,
Right.
and then
That
I
would've
have
helped a lot.
12 more damage in this
Yep,
interaction,
yep.
and then you definitely die.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Well, that was bonkers. Thank you both for playing and
Yeah.
ordering stuff. I know we talked through quite a bit already in post game, but do you have any other last minute thoughts you'd like to share with the folks out there who are going to watch this and who are watching it now?
Nope. I think Cryx is far more attrition heavy than people playing Cryx from the old editions are used to. Mm-hmm. So that's why I build lists this way.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Well, awesome.
I've got no notes. Shyryss is still good.
No notes. I didn't get an air horn, so here it is all of a sudden. Just
Brutes are mean. I don't have them this
All
list.
right.
Oh yeah, the Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
They just don't.
What's up, James?
They take way too much work to kill is the problem.
so
It's like my knights.
Yeah.
I'll just go
My
ahead. I'm
knight's
gonna.
taking an inordinate amount of work to kill.
You're like, you're def 8 or whatever. You're cool, but armor 18, like
Yeah.
8 boxes.
10 boxes.
Oh, 10 boxes.
So there are 11 18s with battle driven
Oh, right.
and 10 boxes.
Yeah.
And I can have Riven sitting behind
Yeah.
them. I can have Dragon's Blood up on them.
Just too much meat to punch.
So much meat.
I
And on
once had a
that
dude-
note, I am cutting off your mic so you guys can keep talking. But we'd like to say a big thank you to both our players, Will on the left, Matt on the right, for playing their game out. Congrats to Will for assassinating Dekathus under feet. And a big thank you to Enchanted Grounds here in Littleton as we wrap things up for allowing us a place to play as well as a stream. We're super happy about that. And folks, thank you all for watching. If you liked what you saw, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, anything like that. Every little bit helps. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube this year. It's kind of our big goal because if we hit that, YouTube will be paying us for content, which is super awesome because every little bit of financial or just sharing support, anything like that, helps us make this just a little bit better. So again, thank you, everyone. We appreciate you. Hopefully you all have a great night, and we will see you all next